This week on the Cruising Kiwis.
So we have a secondary problem that's been caused by the repair job, and the repairer, that being me.
No boy with me. Okay.
And I know you're all on the edge of your seat waiting for the result of the who's going to win the Michael Hill Jeweller Spirits Bay Gold Pendant.
This is Rob. I'm Rachel. And these are our boys, Finn, Declan and Ivan. We have sailed our catamaran Javelo across the Pacific Ocean. We would love it if you joined us for the journey. Our time in Fiji has come to an end. We need to get provisions in, check out, and mosey ourselves to Vanuatu. In truth, we should have left weeks ago, but we delayed to enjoy lots of this, a bit of that, not enough of this, or that, and now this. What appears to be the problem, sir?
So I got up early this morning because I wanted to get going. To go and check out and dinner out, and actually this boat was half full of water. It rained quite a lot last night.
It did, it really came down.
Yeah, and emptied the water out, go to start it, and it goes, first pull, no. I thought, oh yeah, okay, it's normal, and then that's it. I have just swung on it and swung on it and swung on it, and it is not doing anything. So I've got a dilemma: do we just push on and go into dinner out and check out, and or do I sit here right now and try and fix this thing? We've got a lot to do in town.
I know, busy day.
The last time this engine stopped working, it was carburetor fuel, and the tiny little hole through the injector that shoots the fuel into the carburetor had blocked up and had corroded up. Actually, there's a bit of corrosion. I actually observed the guy pull it apart. Because of that, I invested in a can of air pressure. It's literally a can, only it's got air in it, not oil. And we're blessed with a blooming beautiful calm morning. So it's actually relatively easy to work on the boat. You can see here, just stunning in Musket Cove. Boats all around us. This area here is where the carburetor sits. I've removed it from the attachment in here, and herein lies the bits and pieces of the carb itself. This is called a float because it does floaty things in the petrol. That's sitting in there. That actually sits up that way. But for the purposes of this little discussion, now this here is the injector that the petrol whizzes through, and you may see a tiny little hole through there. That hole looks perfectly clean to me. I can see through it. You can see right through it. That's not a good thing. It means it's operational. So that may not be the issue. I seem to recall the guy when he pulled it apart in the workshop a couple of years ago, him saying that there was a second finer injector, which makes sense to me because that one just the hole looks too big, too easy to see through. The one up there, I seem to recall him pulling out a little grub screwy type one like that, but it's even smaller, and the hole was almost just, so, and I do recall also him saying that most people don't realise this, the second one, and is often the problem, but I don't know how to access it or where it was that we got it from. So I might have to refer to YouTube for a moment. We have internet here, so let's have a look on YouTube for a demo. So here, this is a slightly different carburetor, but that pilot jet, that little jet there, is the thing I'm looking for. That little jet in there. just reassembled the carburetor and just tightening that up. This is the test. I put the fuel line back on, that's all good. Up. A bit of corrosion there, I might give it a spray. Let's give it a go, Rachel. Oh. Look at that. Oh, yeah. So it was a fuel problem. There must have been a little bit of water got in or something. That's, I've been trying to adjust the throttle, but something's happening with the okay. So we have a secondary problem that's been caused by the repair job, and the repairer, that being me. Something's happened when I've put the throttle cable, the throttle adjustment. It won't. I can put the throttle on, but it won't return. It's jamming open. So I've got to find this, and I can see where the area where the problem is, but to remedy it, I'm sort of a bit, I don't know. So I'm just going to have to fiddle around and try and get this thing so it's okay again. This is what I did wrong. I had that there, but this rod, I took it in from that side there. I should have actually gone on from the inside out.
And voila!
And voila, so it's more vertical. It was angling over, and that was causing the problem. You see that? Yeah. So many little things like that, eh?
I'm a very clever part, it's true. Here's an example of what I can now do. I can change my handle.
One person who would be pleased to hear we were a step closer to departure was our hitchhiking crew member Hiker. Hiker had acclimatised to Fiji time, but nothing could prepare her for Hamel time.
I ended up on your boat because I met you the regatta week, and you've been so kind to say, yes, come on board, we go to Vanuatu.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was the plan at one point. I still doubt it, but...
will we get there? That's the big question. Will we make it to Vanuatu?
Yeah.
You
have to readjust your...
time schedule?
Yeah, time schedule.
Yeah, I need to really slow down and get rid of all kind of plans I might form in my head and things I think are logical to do. No, get rid of all of it and just see what the next day brings or the next hour. And,
exactly.
And then you can survive.
It would have gone against everything we were trying to teach Hiker if we had just rushed off from Musket Cove. Instead, we enjoyed our last hours here doing stuff.
Last run at Musket Cove.
We raised the anchor late afternoon and headed to Denarau.
I don't wanna love, I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna have to tell you all the things I know. I don't wanna stay, but I don't wanna go.
We had an early start the next day. Rob got a haircut and cleared customs, while the rest of us shopped up a storm. Then we were off. But with no wind to fill our sails, we sampled an alternative power source.
Okay, so I've been ambling along. We were going to set up the Jenica, but we've broken a little bolt in the stainless bolt at the top of the head. So we're just cruising along, and then we thought, God, you know, I saw the two kayaks out on the bow. I thought, you know, I'm not going to start the engines, I'm too stingy. And I thought, well, why not get the boys to kayak in front of us and tow us along? They literally will make us go faster. So they said they'd do it on the premise that that I actually put the kayaks into the water for them. The argument being that I start the engine, so why don't I prepare these engines? And so I've done that, and now they have been arguing, and look, Declan is he's in. He's ready to go, and it's all go.
Yeah, Declan, think well.
He's got his Zatara hat on and everything. Oh man, he's ready for action. So Navionics doesn't even have a register that we're moving. So we're obviously going 0, but at least could come up with 0. Here they go. Declan's loading up, Finn is yet to go. The big question, is it going to make a difference to our boat speed? Are you guys watching the speedo inside, please? It thinks we're anchored. Yeah, I know, there's no speed coming on it, but we are definitely moving now. Here they go, they're going to do a whiplash job. Oh, Declan's taking up the line first. And go, boy, go!
One knot!
Go, Finn! Actually, I'm feeling a bit of breeze too. One knot! We're doing 1 knot!
2 knots! 3 knots!
Are you impressed, Taika?
Yeah. With all the wind coming, I can't almost stand.
They're actually creating an apparent wind, aren't they?
Yeah, here's flying.
Finn's taking it on his own shoulders now. He's got the bit between his teeth. Yeah.
If we go at this speed,
Yep.
going 7 nautical miles, it's going to take 9 hours.
Okay. Well, we've got all day.
Schnell! Schnell! You need to go faster in German, isn't that right?
Schnell is fast and schneller is faster.
But we didn't go schneller. We didn't go schneller at all. Turns out Viking kayak paddle power is unsustainable for pulling catamarans. Declan retired early and Finn broke his paddle. So we resorted to the iron sails, aka the motors, and the boys looked for an alternative way to save the planet.
What are you doing, Declan?
I'm preventing global warming.
One ice cube at a time. Let's do
Saving
this.
the planet one ice cube at a time.
Wow. Aren't you guys so good? Woo!
Yeah! Saving the seals. And the penguin, and the penguin.
It's a big one! It's quite big!
Release the main sheet, mate.
Whoa!
What's
It's a mahi! I think it's a mahi!
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not a
No, it's not main. Good size though. Come on, dude, come on. Stay neutral, Finn.
Probably like a mackerel or something.
Oh, wow!
Oh, wow. No, it's not a shark.
Oh gosh.
Holy,
Don't get hurt.
that thing is big.
Whoa, that's massive.
Can you hold it? I wanna.
Right, can I? Oh!
Giant belly.
That's a bloody big king mackerel. Here, we'll grab it on.
I got it.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
jeez. Oh my god.
Don't let that thing off them. It's too tight. You've got too much. Yeah, you've got too much thing on, mate. It's just a bit too much. It's a good size. You steering, Finn?
Oh, right now.
Yes.
Yeah, you want it? Okay, Dad.
I don't know yet.
Hold it like that. Keep the head. Keep the rod up, mate.
Careful of your feet.
It's a bloody good fish.
Go on the net.
big fish. What about the?
Go on the net.
Oh, he's not. No!
Oh my god.
No! That was massive! Oh!
Story of their lives.
From here things really started to go wrong. Hiker was struck down with a stomach bug, forcing us to delay our departure. Now, I'm not saying Rob's fish curries are lethal, but several months ago, arriving in Fiji, our crew member Fiona developed appendicitis after one of Rob's curries. And we had fish curry last night. Coincidence?
You are not well. Did you have another one? Vomit. Oh, were you asleep?
I'm sleeping.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard you get up and have another vomit. So you've just had the one vomit. You've had two. You have had two. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You know what point of me? This guy.
It is not possible. My fish curry.
What fish was it, by the way?
It was. I'm not sure. It was either barracuda or trevally or both.
because the risk of the ciguatera thing is really high on barracuda.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a question mark. Why are we not sick then?
I don't know.
So Heike, you've just had vomit number 3. We are slightly concerned about ciguatera, so I'm going to look in more symptoms for it. How else do you feel?
Well, you're supposed to get sore limbs, I think. You know,
Yeah, but they might take also a couple days.
A bit longer. Yeah.
I think
So
it
agree.
lasts about a week.
You just
Not appendicitis.
I'm just feel bad.
yeah. Well, it's competition time and the big draw is up. We've done the last couple of weeks and episodes. Thank you so much for getting involved with this and supporting the channel. We've had heaps of responses and I know you're all on the edge of your seat waiting for the result of the who's going to win the Michael Hill Jeweller Spirits Bay Gold Pendant. Very, very exciting. We've had some really interesting comments from you all and if you have a chance, go and have a look at them because there's some great ideas there if you want some inspiration. People doing lots of cleanups with families. There have been several people whenever they go to a beach they have a pick up 3 or a pick up 5 rule before they can go on and have a swim or whatever it is they've gone there for. Some have been talking about clean wetlands. Education's been a reoccurring theme. Lots of other ideas out there. As I say, get amongst it, go check out the comments and you can still put comments on yourself if you've got any other ideas you'd like to add to the mix. By the way, if you're enjoying the channel, The Cruising Kiwis, and you're feeling the love and the joy and you would like to share that with your friends, family, whatever, we'd very much appreciate that. That would be cool. And without any further ado, now we will cut to the draw.
So it's the big moment that everyone's been waiting for. We have got all the names from the contestant inside this hat, and in a few moments I will be picking one out. So, if you'd like to give us a drum roll, Ivan.
Who we have? Let's see. Sing along with Tony.
You're kidding me.
Sing along with Tony is the winner.
You're joking. Oh my goodness. I'm afraid. Is that allowed?
Yeah, well, it's totally allowed.
It's totally allowed. Yeah.
Yeah, that is Sing Along with
Actually,
Tony.
no Sing Along with Tony
Do we
very
have to?
well.
I think we have to have a disclosure here because we do know Tony.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
No, we
might
did.
be
That
like,
was
"Oh, this is
totally.
rigged."
That was totally. No, it wasn't rigged at all.
Not at all. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
would you like to make a comment about that, Rachel?
Okay, we're feeling a little awkward because we know Tony very well. Tony's living in our house back in New Zealand, but this was not rigged. That's the one we picked out. We put every name in. We put in double names for people who commented twice. People who shared it. That was our first draw. So we're very pleased. We're very pleased. Oh, that is our
only draw.
That's our only draw.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider sharing it and give us a thumbs up. It helps us heaps.